This is a simple power leveling guide for Wizard 101 from level 0 to 60 in a couple hours. We're starting at the Tomb of the Defiler in Crocotopia and Spirit of the Wells. It's a pretty simple dungeon. I think it's for level 30s. If you get a max level friend to help you out for most of these, you'll be able to knock them out in no time. There are puzzles in them. You can look them up. They're very simple. I will show them through this video, but they're really not that bad. It's a lot of these obelisk puzzles that are very common in Crocotopia. So for most of these, you're going to want a very high level friend to instantly kill the enemies. It's a lot longer when you have a lower level friend that can't just instantly do everything for you. This is by no means the most... This will not get you to the highest level possible using power leveling. There's a guide that will be linked that is used explicitly for getting to about 100 with power leveling. This is not that. This is the fastest way to get to about 60 or so through power leveling. The more friends, the better to help you out with this. It's pretty difficult with just one, but more than doable if they're max level. This can be great for all accounts that you want to level up, or just low level friends that you don't want to be suffering. This can be started in Unicorn Way and go all the way up to about Waterworks. So you can do Unicorn Way with Waterworks level gear. As you can see, the account that I'm leveling up with a Mortal Stalker is level 8. This puzzle just requires you to go around to these braziers, turn them all to fire, which is the orange reddish one, and then fight some bosses. Once you get done to that, it's just more of the same. Nice area. You can see some trapped manders. Yeah, poor manders. Always imprisoned. But there isn't really all that much to this area. It's just fights after fights after fights, like everything in Wizard 101. After this, you're going to move on to a storm area. That's just a series of pretty easy fights. This dungeon shouldn't take more than like half an hour. Maybe a bit more if you're struggling to look up all the puzzles. Just quickly knock these guys out. And then if you start at a lower level, you might want to do that again. If not, we're going on to Mushu with the Crimson Fields. My all is level 10. That's a pretty good level for this point. Yours might end up being 7 or 8. A trick to do this place fast is to leave ports here, or use these teleportation things to go by fast. Just easily defeat these guys. It shouldn't be that bad. And then you're going to move back on over to the hub area. Top. So a fun little trick to these guys is each team member, you have to kill 5 in total. Each team member gets their own independent one. So like, if you have 2 people and you kill 2 of these guys, it's actually 4. 4 killing 2 is 8, so you instantly complete it. You would instantly complete it with also 6 of any type. Now you're going on to fight the Waroni, or his mortal form, then the actual Waroni. Once more, none of this should be too difficult if you have a max level friend. And at this point, my ult's now level 15. You can do this whole dungeon again. It's depending on level, you get more. Next up is Dragonspire. We have a couple things we have to do here. The biggest is the Labyrinth. So this takes a while. Anyone who's played this game would know how difficult the Labyrinth is, or it's not really difficult, it's just long. It's probably one of the longest dungeons in the entire game. A tactic I use to speed through it is if you can take your all or your lower level friend, drop them at Dimitri right there, and you go off and kill this boss. He's really not that bad. He has like 3,000 health. But then when you kill him, your friend will be able to instantly talk to the NPC without having to fight or slow you down. You go across the bridge. I have more accounts and people helping me with this. so I'd be a bit more efficient. But your friend should stay at Dimitri, go talk to the dean, and then you have to go fight the 3 random enemies. If you have friends for this, another high level friend, have them take out one of them, so you kind of just split up the work. It makes it go a lot faster. But your low level friend should be at Dimitri to talk. As you can see with the dialogue options, they're going to go really fast. Go talk to the dean. Have your friend stay at the dean. And then you're going to go fight the property master after this, who is over by the dean, right when you cross the big lava lake. Defeat the property master, nice and simple. And then from there, your friend will have to talk to the dean again. You're going to go over to, I forget how to pronounce it, the paladin's galleon, whatever. There can be multiple of them, so be careful of that if you aren't sure you can one-shot them. But you take these guys out. Your friend should talk to the dean, go over to the crystal storage, and then go back to the dean. You should teleport to them, and then it's just a simple fight with the dean. He has about 6,000 health. It's nothing bad. It should not be a struggle to fight in the slightest. Once that's done, you get the fun of doing it all over again, because this gives a lot of XP that's really needed for the low level accounts. After you do it again, you're going to move on to Lore Master. People who've played this for a while should know the grind. Lore Master can actually be accepted at any level, so low level friends or alts can immediately take it, and you're just simply going to fight her. Lore Master is not anything especially hard. She would actually be a pretty easy boss in my opinion. Whenever they get the chance, which should be around 20 something, if not now, and you're just going to want to Lore Master in, make sure that the altar friend gets Faint. Faint is really useful for everything. We will now be moving on to the next area. Your friend is level 19, or should be in the general range, and we're going on to Grizzleheim. Mainly Winter Tusk and the final dungeon. So this dungeon's another really long one, but it gives a lot of really good XP. Your friend could jump around 10 levels. If they're level 1, they could get 10 levels from this, no doubt. So this is an option if you just want to get them a little bit ahead, to just do this. Knock it out. They can teleport in. It's really not that hard. Or if you're max level, it's not that bad. Another kind of speed strat is to keep your friend at the bear at the beginning. They're not really going to be able to do a lot. It just makes dialogue go a lot easier. A common glitch is that iframes will mess up and some of your friends just can't join the battle. So if that happens, you might have to restart the dungeon. But it never really happens to the max level or the main person attacking. And if you see from that, my friend just went up 6 levels. You're going to want to do it again because it gives such great XP. Yeah, I believe it gives like 2 more levels. Okay, now we're on to the Portico in Celestia. This is another one that has a pretty interesting strategy if you have more people to make it go faster. So there are wings. Anyone who's done this knows that you have to fight people on the wings. If your friends go to different ones and you all attack, you can actually complete all of them around the same time, making it go a lot faster. If not, it'll just take a little bit longer, but that's an efficiency strat. Your low level friend should come in here with you. They can take the right crystal, you take the left, and then you meet in the middle. It makes it go a lot faster. As you can see, you don't have to drive all the way around. And now they should be approaching level 30. Do it again. Doesn't give great, but does give XP. Hit level 30. Now you're on Aquila. So this is completely optional, but because of the Sky Iron being so good and this giving an extra level, it's worth it. Once more, if you can have multiple friends to help you and you break it up, Have one defeat Apollo, one go over to the moon chamber, have them defeat in there. Have somebody head up top, defeat that, somebody completes the puzzle, and then talks to Hephaestus. The other friends during this should move to the statues around. Send them the locations if they don't know. Talk to Hephaestus, your friends can instantly collect the eagles, and then you're done. Ares is nothing, Ares is a joke. But you get the Sky Iron from him, which is amazing. Zeus, nothing, and then you're on to Azteca. So this is only one section. It's a pretty easy place, but it's one of my favorites because it's unique and it's not just a really it's 3-step linear. It's just has puzzles and has something interesting happen in it. The puzzles are pretty simple. For the first one, you choose the fire. Your friend can choose the elements while you're up here. So you select fire, or they hit fire, you hit ice, tell them to hit death, they hit life, then ice for fire, and then you're done. You kill a guy. One step to completing this is that you have to collect his item. If you try to exit, you will not get the XP. You have to collect his badge of leadership, or you just get nothing. Then you're going to do it again, because it does give a full level. We did the previously big dungeons. Those all give a lot of XP, multiple levels. These are just a lot of dungeons that give one. Next up, we're on to Imperia. So you spend a lot of time in Imperia. You're going to be focusing on Din in the Nimbus Citadel. He's not that bad of a fight. He hits really hard, but his cheats help you. He can actively heal you, but it's really not that bad of a fight. Your account should be around level 30 now, which you could stop here technically. You could have stopped back at Aquila if you really wanted to, but you're going to fight Din. He's a joke. I definitely didn't look at the Wikipedia to see his cheats. You run him twice. A lot of these following ones you're just going to run twice. Doing a dungeon twice just gives half the XP, but these dungeons are giving so much XP that half is still going to be a full level. This is Airship, right outside of the Citadel. You can walk outside it. It's a very easy thing. It's literally just normal mobs. There's not a boss or anything, and it gives a fair bit of XP. Run it twice. Level 36. Then you're going to go to Inner Ethereum, I don't even know how to pronounce that, in Imperia. Fight a lava golem. You have to turn this valve, otherwise you don't get the XP in the slightest. It's a very key thing. Do it again. It's just a boss, single boss. He's very easy. Turn the valve. And now they're level 40. So you're going to be doing 2 in Xanadu. Because I don't know how to pronounce these. I hate Imperia. It's just the Nightwing fight. You fight all the apostles that are just Batman or Nightwing names. Pretty simple. Fight Nightwing. He has a cheat. I don't remember what it is. It's not that bad. I don't think he ever used it on me. But you're going to complete that. Run it again. And now you're going to fight Killer Croc, who's just right on the other side of the building. Killer Croc can be annoying. He's immune to feints, or he swaps feints. It's one of the two. It's recommended to just trap spam him. This whole place can be really annoying. Those Shadow Sentinels and Seraphs are annoying, but it shouldn't be that bad. Just run it again. Like most of these, you just want to do it a second time over and over and over again. Hit level 44, or you'll be in the rough range. If you start at a higher level, you'll be a higher level. If you start at a lower level, you'll be a lower level. Next up is Beacon of Hope. This is not really that bad of one. There's Tumbler, the boss inside. It's 3 stages. Tumbler's not that bad, just feint him. Feint, Berserk, feint, hit. If you can. And nice easy fight, blast through it. Just to more show, because I speed every one of these up. They're a lot more simplified. These are pretty long dungeons. This whole process, even though I can edit it down to this video, will take you probably a couple of hours. I was doing it relatively efficiently because I have experience with it, and it still took me a while. I estimate a good speed for this to be about 10 levels every hour. So if you want to get to 60, plan to spend somewhere between 5 to 6 hours on this. The main benefit is it just makes questing through everything else go a lot faster. It's also the free-to-play alternative to the potions. I'm making this because there are so many potions now that I don't want them to feel like mandatory. That if you want to get your level super far ahead, you can just do power leveling like this. There'll be a full list in the description that describes like everything you have to do if you want to reach 100. The other person in this, Alyssa, was somebody that got to 100 using that method, and they're now 170 and haven't even completed Carmel. But now you're going to go into Cepidus, if I pronounce that right, and fight the bosses. Cat Lady is annoying. She can remove auras. She has some debuffs, but it's just a boss. It's not that bad. It's a wizard 101. Then we have Poison Ivy. I don't even know his cheat. Just kill him twice. Next up is going to be the Penguin. He's only bad if you take too long. He'll summon minions, then his minions have cheats. Just kill him as fast as possible and you'll be fine, like most things in this game. Beat him twice and you'll end up in the mid-50s. That'll be the end to Imperia, and we'll be moving on to Carmel and Lemuria. These, you only spend a very limited amount of time in these. You only need 6 more levels from here to hit 60. You'll do the finance department in Carmel. Pretty easy. There's not even a boss. It's just a 3-stage. Get that done. Run it again because it gives XP. Gives a decent amount actually. Then you're going to hop over to Lemuria and do Sky City. There's some simple mobs here. You could effectively do this one earlier. These guys only give about 50,000 XP. 25 with their second run, so about 75, which is usually only enough for about 1 level. Next, we're going on to the Silo in Carmel. Another kind of like a really efficient way to do this is if you have an XP elixir, or even better, a hyper elixir, because those are just insanely good. You can use those and just blast through these even more. These, doing all this could land you around, I want to say 65-70 if you use a hyper elixir. But now you're going to go on right next door to the Silo, do the Hothouse Silo. This is the really weird one that's just a big Willy Wonka reference. You take pictures of sweating gobblers, who are later referred to as children. So take of this what you will. You're going to want to knock this out, and this should normally be the last. You can do it again for more XP, but you should be at 60 or right around. And that's about all for the power level. You can do Waterworks after this. For life and death, you'll have your 7-pip AoEs, or for all you will. But it just makes everything go a lot faster. And yeah, that's the main goal of power leveling. See that Benny hit level 60 with splendid stats. But anyways, that's mostly it for this. I hope you enjoy leveling your accounts.